guys, welcome back to Homestead Dreaming. I'm Kira, and today I'm going to be showing you every single tomato that I'm starting for my garden this year.
Before we get to a garden full of glorious tomato plants, we need to start here with our seed starting mix. I use a combination of peat moss, vermiculite, and perlite, moistened with the hottest water possible. I use boiling water from my kettle to help prevent fungus gnats and mold. Dry soil mixes sometimes take a little coaxing to hold on to moisture, so I make sure to mix very well to prevent dry pockets.
So some of these are going to be grown specifically for my plant sale, and some of these are being grown just for me to have in my garden. I will probably grow enough of every variety to be able to sell some. However, I don't plan on keeping every single variety for myself. So I just picked them up in a random order, and I'm just gonna let you know what they are. So the first one is M.I. Gardener's Bonnie Best. This I have never tried before. It is just your quintessential red tomato. I'm growing this specifically for the plant sale because I know it'll sell well. The next one is Amish Paste. I grew these last year and they are phenomenal. I made tomato sauce out of them and I didn't get nearly enough, so this year I'm gonna be growing a whole bunch more. The Black from Tula was one of my favorite tomatoes from last year, so I'm really excited to get this growing again. It was a delicious dark reddish purple color, a very rich meaty flavor, and I loved it. The next is the Brandywine Black. It was a really great tomato last year, so I'm excited to have this in my garden again. I think it'll sell well. It's got a beautiful color and a beautiful meaty taste. The next variety is a black cherry tomato. These are my absolute favorite cherry tomatoes, and these are the only variety of cherry tomatoes that are going to be staying in my personal garden. They're the only ones that I really enjoy eating, and nobody else in my family likes cherry tomatoes. So this is what I'll be growing for myself, and I'm very excited to have these again. The next tomato is Dr. Weitch's Yellow Tomato. I have not tried this one yet, but I'm really excited to. I grew a different kind of yellow tomato in my garden last year, and it was my absolute favorite slicer tomato, so I'm really excited to get this one started. The next tomato is the large red cherry tomato. I grew these last year. They were extremely prolific, and they were pretty tasty. They just weren't my favorite, and I'm really trying to grow more paste tomatoes this year in slicers so that I have more things to put away. And so these are all going to be sold at my plant sale. The next variety is completely new to me. I tried to get some of these last year. It's Thornburg's Terracotta. It's a very deep orangey terracotta color, and I've heard that it's extremely rich in flavor and delicious. I really wanted to get some of these from the Shindig last year, but due to the circumstances of not being able to have the Shindig go on, I wasn't able to get any of these seeds or any of the starts, so I'm really excited to have these. I don't think I will be selling these. These will be ones that I would like to keep and attempt to save the seeds from. The next tomato is a Kellogg's Breakfast tomato. This is one that I had in my garden last year. It was my absolute favorite slicer that I had. It was just the best on tomato sandwiches, and the way that I like to have tomato sandwiches is I just toast a piece of bread. I put on a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of horseradish sauce, and a tomato. Sometimes if I'm feeling super special, I will put some avocado instead of the horseradish, but I think the horseradish gives it a very much needed zing, and I thought that the very delicious mild flavor from this yellow tomato with the horseradish sauce went phenomenally together. The next tomato I will be starting is the Wild Boar Farms Blueberries Cherry Tomatoes. These are so prolific and stunning in color. They're a little bit more acidic than what I personally like to snack on cherry tomatoes, but I think that these would sell very well, and all the ones that I gave to friends, they were absolute favorites in those gardens, so I will definitely be starting those, and I will have most of these up for sale, and I will give a few away, and I might keep one for myself, but we'll see. The next tomato is a spoon tomato. I couldn't help myself with this one. It says it's a micro mini fruit, maybe the world's tiniest tomatoes. Fire engine red fruit is arranged beautifully along super long trusses. Bold classic red, tangy tomato flavor. Spoon tomatoes pop when you bite them, and they are a delightful treat. So this, I couldn't help myself. I really just wanted to see what they tasted like and what they acted like, and I thought that they were a neat little novelty. So this is a free seed that I got with my last order. It's the white Tomasol tomato. I have never tried these. I thought that they looked really neat, so I'm really glad that they sent them to me, and I'm really excited to try them. It says it's an amazing heirloom, just bursting with fragrance and natural goodness. Creamy, smooth, half-pound fruit, excellent yield. So I'm really excited about this one. It's such a different color that I hope it tastes really delicious. And then last but not least, I got these from the Dollar Tree. They are the Roma VF hybrid tomatoes. They are a container variety. They don't get that big. They're a determinate tomato. So these ones I'm gonna grow specifically for my grow bags, and I will also be selling these as the determinate variety of paste tomatoes for anybody that is going to be coming to my yard sales. So now our soil should have cooled down just enough for us to be able to pack these without burning our fingers off. Yes. So I'm gonna fill up all these containers with soil, and I'll be right back.
Now we're ready to start our seeds. Gently push your seeds down just under the soil level. A good rule of thumb for planting seeds is to make the hole only a quarter of the size as deep as the seed is wide. If you plant them too deep, they lose steam before they reach the surface and die before they ever see the light of day. After they're covered, I gently mist them with a spray bottle and set them under the lights.
I hope you enjoyed talking about tomatoes with me today. If you're interested in seeing what peppers I'm growing for the 2021 season, don't forget to check that video out, linked in the eye and in the description down below. Now that all the snow is melting, I'll definitely be doing a after snow melt garden tour, see what all survived, see what all needs to be torn up. So don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you're updated when that video goes up, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye guys.